In the realm of King Arthur, as New Year's Eve approaches, the knights of the court immerse themselves in the joyful Christmas festivities, gathering for a magnificent feast. Amidst the merriment, they exchange gifts and engage in storytelling, recounting their daring adventures. However, their revelry is abruptly interrupted when the imposing figure of the Green Knight bursts into the hall, mounted on a green horse. With his green skin, green hair, and green axe in hand, he presents an enigmatic presence. The knights, defensive and vigilant, draw their weapons, but the Green Knight dismisses their hostility, claiming he has not come seeking a fight. Confident in his invincibility, he proposes a game to share the festive spirit. Anyone brave enough may strike him as hard as they desire, and in return, the victor shall claim his splendid axe. The only condition set by the Green Knight is that he will return in 1 year and 1 day to reciprocate the blow. Bewilderment and hesitation grip the knights. Why would someone willingly participate in a game that would seemingly result in their own demise? The knights remain wary, but King Arthur, ever eager for a challenge, is ready to accept. Unexpectedly, Sir Gawain, the youngest and nephew of King Arthur, steps forward, volunteering to face the Green Knight on behalf of his uncle. The Green Knight, unfazed by this change, stoops, exposing his neck, indicating where Gawain should strike. Swiftly, Gawain swings his blade, beheading the Green Knight, or so it seems. Contrary to expectation, the Green Knight remains composed, dropping his axe and calmly picking up his severed head. Facing the king and queen, he reminds Gawain of their agreement. They shall meet again in 1 year and 1 day at the Green Chapel, where the blow will be returned. With a sinister laugh resonating through the hall, the Green Knight departs. King Arthur assures his terrified wife that this was merely a light-hearted game, intended to dispel her concerns. However, Gawain remains unconvinced, clutching the Green Knight's axe as a constant reminder of his promise. As the year passes, Gawain dutifully fulfills his knightly obligations and embarks on various adventures, seemingly undeterred by the imminent threat of his own demise. Eventually, the day of reckoning arrives, and Gawain sets off to meet the Green Knight at the Green Chapel. Along his journey, he discovers a magnificent castle and, in need of rest, decides to seek refuge within its walls. The Lord and Lady of the castle warmly welcome Gawain as an esteemed guest, urging him to rest until fully reinvigorated for the short remaining distance to the Green Chapel. Within the castle, Gawain encounters an intriguing figure, an old hag who commands respect from both the Lord and the servants. The Lord, an avid hunter, proposes a challenge to Gawain. Each day, he will present Gawain with his hunting spoils, on the condition that Gawain gives the Lord whatever he gains during his absence. Accepting the challenge, Gawain explores the castle grounds and seeks respite during the Lord's hunting excursions. However, his peaceful interlude is disrupted by the advances of the Lord's wife. In order to navigate the delicate situation without causing offense, Gawain retreats to his chambers. Yet, the lady persists in her seduction and manages to secure a single kiss from Gawain. Upon the Lord's return, he presents Gawain with a deer, and Gawain, in turn, provides the Lord with a kiss, deliberately omitting the origin of the gesture. The following day, the Lord embarks on another hunt, and once again, Gawain rejects the lady's advances. This time, she manages to steal 2 kisses from him. As the Lord returns with a boar, Gawain reciprocates with 2 kisses, keeping the sash given by the lady a secret. On the 3rd day, the lady offers Gawain a golden ring as a memento, which he declines. Instead, she insists he accept a green and gold sash that possesses the power to protect its wearer from harm. Despite his reservations, Gawain reluctantly accepts the sash, aware of the looming threat of the Green Knight. In exchange for the sash, he shares 3 kisses with the lady, promising to keep their affair hidden from her husband. On the day of his encounter with the Green Knight, Gawain fastens the enchanted sash to his belt, hoping it will provide him with some measure of protection. Arriving at the Green Chapel, he finds the Green Knight already present, sharpening his axe. With trepidation, Gawain approaches, honoring their agreement and offering his neck to receive the blow. The Green Knight initially feigns his strike, causing Gawain to flinch. Amused, the Green Knight taunts Gawain, expecting knights of Arthur's court to fear nothing. The second time the Green Knight raises his axe, Gawain resolutely braces himself, refusing to flinch. The blow he receives, however, is not as severe as the one he delivered. Strangely, Gawain feels anger toward the knight for holding back and demands a full-force strike. Fortunately, the enchanted sash proves effective, leaving only a small wound. Gawain, believing the game to be over, prepares to depart, but the Green Knight looms over him, laughing. He reveals himself as Lord Bertilac, the very same lord of the castle where Gawain was a guest. Through the sorcery of Morgan Le Fay, disguised as the old hag, the entire game was orchestrated to test the honor of King Arthur's knights. The axe, which posed no real danger to Gawain, would have left no lasting harm. However, because Gawain failed to disclose the sash gifted to him by Lord Bertilac's wife, the scar from the third strike serves as a permanent reminder of his dishonesty. Overwhelmed by shame, Gawain kneels, but the Green Knight dismisses his guilt, instructing him to rise. Recognizing Gawain's fulfillment of the bargain, the Green Knight declares him the most blameless knight in the land. Gawain returns to Camelot wearing the green sash, symbolizing his failure to uphold his promise. In honor of Gawain's adventure, the knights of the court adopt green sashes as a reminder to always remain truthful. The story of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, classified as a chivalric romance, was penned towards the end of the 14th century by an unknown author. Intriguingly, it initially received a lukewarm reception but has since become a revered tale, studied and adapted in various forms. Notably, J.R.R. Tolkien himself translated the poem, adding to its enduring legacy. The upcoming film adaptation, titled The Green Knight, inspired the revisitation of this story. While the trailer showcases an impressive depiction of the Green Knight, skepticism arises due to Hollywood's track record with classic adaptations. Nevertheless, the hope remains for a pleasant surprise upon its release in August.